These beats are the purest. Roll it. These beats are the purest. Roll it. These beats are the purest. Roll it.
welcome back to Aurora Esports. This is week 12. We are headed into the this match has many names. Some call it the Guku Bowl, some call it the Riddle Bowl. There was recently a trade between these two teams for two of our longtime veterans and high SR players, Guku and Riddle Dog. I think we're all excited to see which of these players will have revenge over their former team. As Riddle Dog and Fruitles were traded for Guku. Fruitles, unfortunately, will not be able to make it today, so I am just paying attention to those two players. We are starting to go into the first map here, which is New Junk City. And there we go. So yeah, going into this map, I expect it to be kind of fast-paced, brawly. Both of these teams do seem to play quite a lot of brawl. The code apparently is messed up. They will change that shortly. But yeah, there was recently a change. Actually, never mind. I guess it was not a change. Oh, never mind. They will change the lobby here. I think it'll actually be really quick, so I won't send us to the idle screen. The new our match code has not been updated yet to affect the new flashpoint, so it will default to the custom game settings, and we do not want that. But yeah, New Junk City is I feel like is a very brawly map. I am expecting to see Guku on his, or not Guku, Booney on his signature Rhine. Guku and Sint both can play quite a bit of heroes. I would expect Sint on something like the Reaper. Guku maybe plays the Hanzo or something. I know he's very skilled at Hanzo on DPS. Both of these teams are very interesting because they both have 3 support players. And all 3 of their support players are very capable in support. So we will likely see both teams rotate their support line quite a bit. Papa Triste also is known for this BAP, and Nuttier is known for the Lucio, so I do expect Brawl coming out from that. I do have some questions about what the Gators are going to run. They have a little bit more flexibility. All 3 of their supports, Razzmatazz, Riddle Dog, and Flip Flop, are all flex support players. I could see Raz rolling out on something. They might not even play like a Lucio. I wouldn't be shocked if they went something a lot more spammy. Etc. is known for that Widowmaker. He can play quite a bit of other stuff, but he's primarily known as like kind of those long-range hit scans. Teddy M also has a very capable Hanzo. So I wouldn't be surprised by something like a Widow Hanzo or a Ash Hanzo. If they do that, Raz definitely has the ability to play Mercy here. So just based on the lineup they're running, that's what I would expect from them, is to run like a pocketed hit scan. Maybe play for angles around the points instead of just trying to brawl on top of the points. That might be a good option if they're expecting this brawl, kind of this hard brawl coming out from the guinea pigs. And yeah, we do see a pretty hard brawl coming out here. I don't know if they're going to stay on this, but I do expect the Ryan, the Reaper, the Lucio. I would be shocked by Papa Triste on Moira, but she is much better at the Baptiste, or has more experience on the Baptiste, I'll say. I've seen her a lot more on the Baptiste than the Moira, but this wouldn't surprise me. And yeah, we do see something similar to what I was saying with this Sigma poke comp here. They're actually running Riddle Dog on the Life Weaver, which is a really interesting pick. And they are playing the Sombra. I am curious the value of the Sombra here. Maybe the goal is to hack the Rhine Shield, and then the Bastion could put in a lot of damage, or maybe hack to set up for Biotic Grenade from the Kana. But yeah, the game plan from the guinea pigs here is just run over the Sigma as fast as you can. The flawless is already low, and they are starting to go in off this. The turret form is used for the Teddy M, and the guinea pigs do survive that, so now they're looking to engage here. And the Gators are very cleverly just hiding around the point. They know that if they can't close the distance, they can just keep backing up. Teddy M uses his turret form. Booney gets rocked. He does fall incredibly low. Tedium is pre-firing from the high ground here, while Flawless is just kind of sitting on point, getting pocketed by both the supports. Booney falls really low. Booney gets taken down early. Very good for the Gators here. Nutty's looking to make something happen by diving on the Sebastian here. Etc. finds Centurion, and with that, likely the Gators will be able to clean up this fight. Gugu does fall really low. Does get taken down by Tedium there, and the Nuttier gets rocked, but likely will get taken down here too. Hack comes out to finish off the kill, and with that, a pretty clean team fight coming out from the Gators. Very good kiting to kind of force out the, kind of kite out the speed, and just play slow and wait for your Bastion to set up here. And with that, just because of how long that fight was, the Gators already have 5 ults here. I would expect Papa Triste is going to engage with this Coalescence, but going into the EMP, the Flux, and the Nano, if they use any of those, that could be devastating for the Guinea Pigs here. And on a map like Flashpoint, this very well could be the last mad fight on this point here. And again, Guinea Pigs cleverly opting not to engage on this Bastion form here. The Flux comes out, catches Booney. The beat does manage to keep him alive. Booney does fall incredibly low here. Flawless finds Guku, and etc. finds Booney. It is still winnable from either side, but the tree coming out from Riddle Dog is a really big boon for the Gators there. Razmataz does find Nuttier, and then it's up to Sint to kind of carry this fight, and it does not appear that he will. So not only was that a very efficient fight and a very clean fight, but only 2 ultimates used from the Gators there, and the beat and the Coalescence were used from the Guinea Pigs. So if I'm the Gators, I'm feeling really happy about this. It looks like they will get to the point at about the same time, a favorable spawn coming out from the Guinea Pigs. But yeah, with these DPS ults coming out from the Guinea Pigs, they could opt to go early here. But Flawless is looking for this EMP here, and with how grouped up the Guinea Pigs are playing, this could be devastating for them. Tire comes out, but the EMP is used. The Tire gets 2, and likely that EMP won't be enough to win the fight there. Your main source of damage in the Bastion and your main frontline with Sigma both falling, the EMP doesn't really amount to anything. So with how lopsided it was looking, the Shatter comes out onto Riddle Dog. They really want to show it to Riddle Dog after getting traded. Or Shatter, Riddle says in chat. But yeah, they did use the Shatter, which isn't great, but maybe he's just looking to flex on them. But the Tire getting 2 kills and winning the fight, even after forcing out EMP, is really good. But even after that, Flawless is already close to this Flux again. After just 1 fight, he's already at 80%. The Nano is still available, which could be very big here with the amount of damage they're putting out. Booney is pushing onto Flawless here. Flawless is getting close to Flux. It does get nanoed. He might opt to use the Flux here. Gugu finds trades on each side. It looks like an even trade. 3 versus 3 right now. Flawless does fall really low. So does Sint, and it looks like the Guinea Pigs are able to clutch that up. It's a very messy fight, but just the Death Blossom coming out from Sint there. Razmataz using the Nano is kind of expensive. That is a really good ultimate for them. But since it was just that one ultimate, I don't feel like they're too devastated with that. Riddle Dog is swapping over to this Baptiste here, looking for a little bit more burst healing off of the Life Reaper. I think that could be good. It also will be able to do a lot more damage. They could look for Shield Break onto Booney here. And then again with this Bastion. Oh, the early Flux comes out from Papa Triste. Does get a lot of value there. They do manage to find Papa Triste, ending the Coalescence there. Flawless is really far in, but is going to get out. Etc. is just firing from this high ground here. Etc. does find Guku in the back line. Nuttier gets antied by Razmataz and gets taken down. Sint gets picked off kind of late there, but that's fine. It was a one fight. Pretty much it was a one fight anyways for the new Guinea Pigs. The Cole coming out, little Dancy coming out. The Cole coming out from Papa Triste is kind of a cheap ultimate, and the fact that they did get Flux out is pretty big. But now Etc. is really close to this EMP. They likely are going to use that, because other than that, and likely the window coming out from Royal Dog are the only ults they're really going to have available here. Etc. gets scouted and does have to back up. So beat from Nuttier could negate the EMP. It does not. Razmataz gets traded out for Booney though, so it is still an even fight even after that. Tyre finds Flawless. The Guinea Pigs are down their tank, but it looks like they are up in numbers right now. Goku finds 2 and is looking for more here. Nuttier takes down Goku, and they might actually stagger Teddy and late here. Yeah, with that, the fact that Teddy got staggered out there is going to give Booney enough time to come back. Flawless does swap onto the Orisa here, and likely will get quite a bit of value against this Reinhardt. Other than that, no swaps, but the Orisa, I feel like, can play kind of similar to the Sigma. You can play kind of slow here, and just kind of back out the Rein, and then just use your ultimates to re-engage and punish him when he goes in. Early artillery strike coming out. Etc. finds Goku. Beat is used from Nuttier to try to keep this team alive here. Booney gets javelined out of his shatter. Orisa already getting value. Synth does go in, but it does get taken down pretty quickly there. Flawless does fall, but so will Booney. And it's really only the supports alive coming out for the Guinea Pig, so it looks like the Gators will win this. And I don't know if the Guinea Pigs will opt to contest this. I don't know if they have anyone that can touch. Booney is staying on this Ryan. Goku does find Riddle Dog. That's a really big pick early if they're able to move in and capitalize on that. Nuttier should touch. Nuttier does touch. This falls really low with this Nano Bastion just looking directly at him. Synth does get taken down. Booney likely will fall here too. Does get javelined by Flawless. Flawless gets to that fight. Papa Triste does get taken down after just trying to get a little bit more there. And with that, point number 2 goes over to the Gators here. Still winnable for either side here. The Tire was used. I didn't even notice that. The Death Blossom was used. But only the Nano really invested. So the EMP is going to be built soon along with the Window, the Artillery Strike again, and the Terra Surge coming out from Flawless. They could opt to wait for the Artillery Strike to be built here from Tedium and combo that with the Terra Surge. Early Window comes out. They're just going to look to put a lot of damage on the shield. The Guinea Pigs do back up here. Goku on the flank does find Etc. Likely he's going to get taken down for that, though. Coalescence there for Papa Triste to go in. Lamp is forced. Riddle Dog will fall. So does Tedium. So the Guinea Pigs are actually able to come away with this fight. Flawless is going to get taken down there, too. Early pick on the Goku really set that up. And the fact that they really only use Coalescence for the Window. That's a pretty good trade for both sides. Both are very fast building ultimates, but neither can really win the fight. But the fact that Window got used and they still lost the fight, you are pretty happy with that if you're the new Guinea Pigs here. Etc. does still have this EMP, so they're likely gonna engage on this. Again, they do have the Terra Surge Bastion ult combo here. They could opt to use that. Tire used early from Goku. Understanding an early pick here could be really impactful. The Tire does force out the Lamp, so Booney is opting to go in off that. The Terra Surge is used, does not find anything. The EMP is also used in the back line. Booney has the Shatters. Booney might bait them in to go for the Shatter here. Does bait them in, does get Etc. Tedium also shattered. Booney charges at 70 HP. Gets the charge off, but does get taken down for that. Still pretty even fight from both sides. The Artillery Strike is used. Flawless is in on top of Goku. It finds an airborne Junkrat with the Javelin. Razmataz does get taken down there. And not able to touch. The Guinea Pigs do get the 4th point on this map here. Going into winner takes all point on this map. It looks like they're kind of opting to go for this fight here. Neither team really wants to go in, though. They do trade Razmataz for Goku. That's a pretty good trade for the new Guinea Pigs. Riddle Dog is going to have to do a lot of healing here. Riddle Dog actually finds Papa Triste. And then, yeah, Etc. falls too. So, pretty clean win in between points for the Glasgow Gators. Nuttier is getting pushed here. Might get taken down. Nuttier does get staggered really late there. That's really rough for the new Guinea Pigs, but he is on Lucio. so he should make it back pretty quickly here. With likely 4 ults coming this fight, it is going to look really good for the new Guinea Pigs, but it is really hard to push it, and they might have to invest in ult just to kind of push past these chokes here. Both support ults and Flawless with this Terra Surge are really big here. They're probably going to opt to use the Nano early. The Nano is used on the Teddy M. The Pull is used to keep everyone nice and healthy. Guinea does get antied, but the beat does come out to keep him alive. Guinea gets hacked and Terra Surge, and is not able to move. The Tire comes out here for Goku, does find both supports! And the new Guinea Pigs might somehow clutch this out. It is still a pretty even fight. Flawless finds Scent, but looks like Goku's able to clean up Flawless here. Etc. is still alive, but likely won't go to try to fight this. So clutch Tire coming out from Goku. And I think they're going to try to chase down Etc. here. I don't know if they are able to find Etc. No, Etc. does get out. But yeah, it was a pretty expensive fight, really for both sides. The Nano, the Window, and the Terra Surge used versus the Tire, the Coalescence, and the Beat. This Shatter is coming up soon, but again, Etc. with this EMP might be really big here. Is trying to look for Goku before going for the EMP. Does get him really low, but does reveal his position here. Etc. falls really low, and not a great translocator out. Etc. does get punished. Without the EMP, I don't know if the Gators are going to try to fight this, especially so late into the point here, but they are backing up. The Guinea Pigs are trying to punish this with the Shatter coming out from Boomy, and really nothing to block it here. They could just opt to Shatter early and try to prevent the touch. It's already at almost 90%, and Scent and Boomy have their ults. The EMP does come out. Papa Triste does get taken down. Beat is used. The Blossom does come out. Boomy finds Etc. with the Shatter. Scent finds Razzmatazz with his Coalescence, and with that, the picks are starting to come in favor of the Guinea Pigs. Boomy does end up falling. Lamp is used, but everyone is so low on the side of the Guinea Pigs. The Window and the Terra Surge are used. Flawless does find Nuttier there. Goofy does get Etc. And somehow the clutch picks are coming in. Goku does opt to use Tire, but it does not matter as Flawless and Riddle Dog are able to clutch up and win a 2v3. Clutch healing from Riddle to keep Flawless up that entire time, but just what they needed. I don't know if anyone on the side of the new Guinea Pigs are able to touch. They should have a touch from Nuttier here. It is going to be really close. Nuttier does get the touch off. The Coalescence is used to kind of get him to push in here. Nuttier does get taken down by Riddle Dog. The Coal is used, but does not really find any value. Boomy does get taken down. Not enough healing to keep him up. Flawless also finds Papa Triste. With the tank and the support out, now Goku falls. Not looking very good for the side of the new Guinea Pigs. And it looks like with that, the Glasgow Gators will take map 1 up off the back of some really clutch plays by Riddle Dog. And in terms of the trade, it definitely looks like Riddle Dog has panned out really well for the Glasgow Gators here. Another thing I also will point out is Nuttier is ringing for Corey. Corey and Boomy, the duo that signed up, are not able to play together this map because Corey, I guess, had something come up. But Nuttier is a very capable support, but does have a slightly different hero pool than Corey. So did play the Lucio here. I'll see if he swaps anything else. But with that, we're going to take a short map break, and we will be back shortly.
These beats are the purest, Brolich. These beats are the purest. Prove it. These beats are the purest. Prove it. These beats are the purest. Prove it.
welcome back to map 2. After a really tight Gators win, we are going to King's Row, which is the map of the new Guinea pig selection. And we also have a swap here. Corey has returned home and has come back in for Nuttier. Corey is known for these flex support players, or flex support heroes. I wouldn't be surprised to see them run him on maybe a double flex support, or possibly swap Papa Triste over to main support. We have seen that look out of them too. They have cooked quite a bit on this King's Row map for the Guinea pigs. I know for a while in the season they were running Papa Triste on May, and they were running Guku on Lucio, and then at one point they were running Papa Triste on BAP, and Guku on Lucio, and Corey on DPS. So they kind of have been messing around on King's Row, but we'll see what look they come out from. I'm expecting something very similar coming out from the side of the Glasgow Gators. They do have Flip-Flop coming in for Raz. Flip-Flop, I wouldn't be shocked to see play Lucio if they do opt to go Brawl, but I honestly wouldn't be surprised if they go with something similar and just run double flex supports, just have them play their comfort picks. I also would be surprised by like an Orisa and Bastion again. They are pretty comfortable on those heroes. But yeah, I'm 100% expecting a Ryan coming out from Booney, and then some sort of Brawl comp, likely again the Reaper from Scent. Guku might opt to say the Junkrat. I can see him play a couple of different things here, but I wouldn't be surprised by the Junkrat. It was getting value. They might just look at it at the last map and just say that was a pretty close map, so we can just try to do the same thing and just execute it a little bit better, and we should come away with the win here. But yeah, I'm expecting Brawl coming out. At least some sort of Brawl coming out from both sides. This has been kind of a long pause. I think the pause was just they swapped sides. I think it was just to make sure that Raz spectating was spectating the right team. I'm assuming that got fixed, but I'm not 100% sure. Maybe there's another problem going on. So I'm gonna look into this and see if I can figure out what's going on here. Oh, Corey was not ready. Corey did come in and they kind of started a little bit quickly, so I guess he's still getting finished set up. But yeah, I guess going into this map, looking at both teams' record, we do have around the middle is where the Gators are sitting right now. After the trade, they've looked a little bit better. The Guinea pigs have struggled to like kind of get it together all season here. We are going back in now. We can see an early look. We do see something very similar to what I was predicting. We see the Orisa coming out from Flawless. Teddy M on his signature Hanzo, and then etc. is playing this Bastion. I was a little bit surprised because they had Teddy M on the Bastion and etc. on the Sombra. Etc. has played quite a bit of Bastion this season, so seeing him going back does make a lot of sense here. We see the Baptiste Olari backline coming out, which has actually seen a decent amount of playtime in Aurora here, especially from teams like the Tampa Bay Tardigrades. Flip-Flop is known for like these flex supports, so seeing her on the Olari does make a lot of sense here. I don't know if this is just a bait, but we do have a Bastion Lucio Ana coming out from the Guinea pigs. I could see them staying that. I don't see them saying Bastion or staying Winston and Widowmaker. They are just looking for a pick. Maybe they will stay. No, they do swap. Guku might... No, he's not going to stay. The sim does make a lot of sense coming from him, too. They are looking for just quite a bit of frontline damage. I think they saw the Orisa and are opting to use the unblockable beam of the Symmetra here to try to burn through this front line. This map is going to be all about kiting the Bastion for him. They do TP onto the high ground. They do try to punish Teddy M here. The nade does come in. They do find Teddy M. Very classic TP coming out onto that high ground there. Does catch Teddy M off guard, and they are able to punish that. They are looking to rotate on Flip-Flop here. Another TP comes out onto the backline here again. Flip-Flop and Flawless both actually find one. They are able to kind of stabilize and get the kills here. Flip-Flop with another kill. Flip-Flop is getting quite a bit of value down on the Solari. Corey is still in the backline, does somehow take down Teddy M again. Does get taken down by Riddle Dog. Yeah, the game plan has kind of been established here from the New Guinea guinea pigs, is to set up these TPs and just kind of punish someone in the back line. Very good idea. The second TP they had wasn't quite as clean as they would have hoped. They are just kind of running in here. And he does fall to Flawless. And with just the Lucio dealing, you really can't engage off this. Gugu does fall really low, but likely is going to be able to get out. Guinea still is trying to hold this space here, but is forced away. And yeah, at this point, it's been 2 minutes, and they haven't really been able to find anything. And then now ults are starting to build for the Gators. The Nano coming out from Corey is going to be really big. They're probably going to either Nano Centurion or Booney. Gugu does get javelined by Flawless. Flawless does fall really low. Does use a Fortify to make sure he doesn't die here. I'm looking for this, the window does come out from Scent. I'm looking for this window coming out from Riddle Dog. Is known for his big value window plays here. The Nano comes out on a Booney. The window does force him out. The Sunstrike does come out from Flip-Flop. Sorry, the Captive Sun. Gugu finds Flip-Flop, but likely, yeah, etc. does find the kills here, so the Gators are able to stabilize. Gugu is still in the backline here. Etc. finds another one. I think it was a 4K coming out from etc. there. A lot of ults used from both sides, really, but I think the more expensive ults were coming out from the Gators. Gugu does get taken down. It's a very late stagger. Down to about a minute left on the clock, and it is looking really good for the Gators to full hold here. Booney is in, is trying to get CC'd by Flawless. Lamp is forced from Corey. Shatter does come out, doesn't really find anything. I don't know how that didn't get Flawless. The beat is used to kind of give him a little bit more sustain here, but they don't even push in off of it. And the Gators are just able to kind of stand there because the beat doesn't really find anything. Booney actually runs back into spawn, swaps onto this Junker Queen. Junker Queen is really interesting into the Orisa. I don't think it's great. Etc. and Teddy and both use their ults here. Etc. finds Corey, so now down to just Lucio Fields again. And yeah, Flawless is able to find Scent, and even after the shout is used from Booney, the Gators are able to stabilize, and with 20 seconds left, it is not looking great from the Guinea Pigs. As I say that, Gugu does find Etc. If Gugu is able to get out with his life, they might be able to kind of stabilize off this. Gugu is still in the back line. He is likely going to get staggered. He does get staggered there. Does have the closer spawn. Window does come out from Corey. And Papa Triste does touch, but Tedium does find Scent. Terra Surge does take down Papa Triste here, but likely no one else will be able to touch here. Really good Javelin to make sure Booty does not touch. Really clean from the Gators there. I think the big difference maker is they were able to find Corey early on almost every fight. And just when you lose your flex support like that and you're only running a Lucio with it, it is really difficult to even really have a fight. Especially against the Bastion and the Orisa, who can do quite a bit of damage on your team really quickly. The swap came out from Booney onto the Junker Queen. I know that Zarya is in his hero pool. I would be surprised if he whips out the Zarya here. I also think the Sim was stayed on a little bit too long. They weren't getting a lot of value from the TPs. So they could opt to just go for something a little bit more consistent frontline damage than the Sim. He does roll out on the Sojourn, which does make a lot of sense. Also, you see Centurion onto this Hanzo. Before he goes on to the Baptiste, which he did swap kind of late. I think Baptiste is more value than the Ana here. Booney does play the Junker Queen.
Clear heads, sharp eyes.
And I don't know if this is just spawn plays. I wouldn't be shocked by the etc. Widowmaker, even if he stays on it the entire time. Again, that is another one of his more comfortable heroes. And then with these high grounds, really, other than Cuckoo and Sint, there's not really anyone to challenge the high grounds. Tedium, I don't think is going to stay on the Echo, but I could see it. They might just be opting to like play for dupe or play for something like that, but etc. does swap onto the Bastion. But we do see Tedium rolling out on this Echo. I haven't seen a lot of Tedium play the Echo, but I'm sure that's in his hero pool. Also, a Lucy or a Mercy Baptiste coming out from the New Guinea Guinea Pigs. Booney does fall really low early. Gugu does find Tedium though. Etc. finds Centurion, but the res is there on Descent. Booney falls really low, but Corey on the Baptiste should be able to keep him up here. Riddle Dog falls really low. Gugu is on a really deep off angle, but with Teddy M and Flawless each finding a kill, it likely is it for the map. For the Gators to win. Papatriste does get taken down. Sent also falls. Gugu is by himself. Likely can't really do anything in a 1v5. So yeah, even on the defense, it was still pretty clean from the Gators there. Much better after the first map. Maybe part of it is that I think Corey Shirley just got home, so maybe it's just taking him a little bit to warm up, but... yeah, hopefully the New Guinea Pigs could show us something, maybe show a fresh comp or show something new, because after that last map, it does not look like the Guinea Pigs have very much fight left in them. But with that, we are going to go to another short break here. We will be back shortly.
These beats are the purest. Prove it.
Welcome back to map 3. We do see a completely different look coming out from the Guinea Pigs. Raz does come back in for flip-flop, but we have finally got another map with Lure. Since the trade of Lure and Grizzly for Dong Waggler, I believe Lure has only played one map, and he won that map, so... they are taking Papatriste out, so they're keeping Lure and Centurion on the DPS line, and they're moving Guku to support, which does make quite a bit of sense. Guku is probably most comfortable on this main support. He is known for his Lucio, but we do see them going onto Route 66, which I think is kind of a interesting choice coming out from the New Guinea Pigs, since Route 66 does have these kind of oppressive high grounds that Etc. and Teddy M can both kind of play snipers. You can have Teddy M on the Hanzo, and you can have Etc. on like Widowmaker or Ashe and just kind of free fire from the high ground. And then if you're running the Brawl into that, it's going to be really difficult to close the distance. I don't know if they're going to stay Brawl, since they are running a different look here. They also have Lure. Lure is very comfortable on a lot of those like hit scans, so he could try to challenge the high grounds with like maybe Sojourn or something. They might opt to pocket him with a Mercy. So yeah, a lot of options from the New Guinea Pigs. Again, this is only their second map with Lure, so they do have a couple different looks they could run out. And then they also haven't gotten a lot of playtime with the Corey Guku support line. Usually either Corey will be on DPS or Guku will be on DPS, so this is not a very common support line they've run. But it does have a lot of potential to be very flexible here. But I do expect us to see like a pretty solid bunker comp coming out from the Gators. I wouldn't be shocked if they run something like Ashe, Mercy, and then put Raz on Mercy and put Riddle Dog on Baptiste. Or maybe even put Raz on like Brig or Alari or something like that. They can combo well with that Baptiste. Again, I think this is a pretty good map for the Glasgow Gators. So I'm kind of surprised that the New Guinea Pigs picked it over something like maybe Shambali Monastery, or even like kind of Rialto wouldn't be that bad either. Another thing is the fact that they took out Papa Triste and not Centurion. Makes me think that they do want to keep Centurion in to run one of his comfort picks. He is very comfortable on the Pharah. So I could see them, especially on attack, running this Pharah.
Initiating match.
But yeah, again, they have a lot of different looks they can do here. There we go. I want to see booting on the ball. I don't think it's going to happen, but I'd love to see it. Booting on the Doomfist. I wouldn't be surprised with that. I think, again, with etc. on this like high ground, it's going to be really difficult to dislodge him, and he will just be able to kind of farm your team if he is left undisturbed on that high ground. We do see a very interesting comp. I don't know if I've seen very much flawless on Reinhardt. I know he is very comfortable on Orisa. I don't think I've seen a lot of him on a Reinhardt, but it wouldn't surprise me if that's also in his hero pool. It is kind of weird here. I would much rather see him on like a Sigma if they want to play Poke, or the Orisa if they want to play Brawl. Booney does show that he was trolling and goes back to the Sigma. We see kind of traditional Poke comp except for this Lucio. Lord does go onto this the Sojourn. Likely they're going to control angles and try to get space on the gas station here from these angles here. Etc. is looking here, but against Booney on the Sigma, it is going to be really difficult to get this space. Does get an early headshot on Booney, but Booney is just able to get healed up by Corey there. Flawless does go in and gets life ripped out by Riddle Dog. Etc. does get taken down really low, but likely he's going to be able to get out with his life. Flawless does find Dooku. Booney is in. Does get etc. down a little bit, but he is still pretty safe on this high ground here, especially with Tedium on this orb just kind of protecting him too. Etc. does fall incredibly low. Again, it's just really difficult to get space on etc. here. The New Guinea Pigs have kind of gotten the space underneath the gas station. They are still pushing the cart. It has not really been contested here by the Glasgow Gators. Flawless does now finally drop to contest the cart here. Dudu swaps over to Alari. It does get taken down by Flawless here. Sith does find Teddy, and the pylon is still up, so they are getting the Alari healing. Lore does get taken down by etc. here. Etc. is close to this infra site here. Booney is still just sitting on the cart, and they're not really doing anything for him. He almost has this flux, and he has Corey right on top of him on his Baptiste. He does get headshot and taken down by Flawless here. And yeah, now that the space has been given up, the nade does come out and find both supports. They likely won't be getting out here. Corey is still in somehow. Etc. does find Scent. Corey does get out with very little health there. We see almost an entire ult stack coming out from the Glasgow Gators, and again, it doesn't really look like they have an answer to contesting these high grounds here. Yeah, we're gonna get a lot of ults from both teams coming out here. An early nano could just end it. Gets finds Dooku early. Is likely looking for one of these DPS. Sint does peek out, but does not get taken down. And everyone is just opting to respect this sightline. Booney does go up. Does not find anything, I don't think, with the Flux, which is really rough. That's one of their bigger ultimates they have, and not getting any value out of that is really rough. Tedium has this multi-core here, He can opt to use this. Booney does swap over to the Winston. I think that is a really good swap. You can try to just jump on this high ground and get the space onto the back line and go around this line. Raz is taken really low. Does get the sleep on a Booney. Flawless does get nanoed. Doesn't look like he's able to find anything. Does try to charge into the back line. Laura and Goku both use their ultimates. Teddy M is pushed here. Does get taken down. Flawless is trying to run onto Booney and Laura here. They both fall really low. Flawless is incredibly low too. Does get the pull out from Riddle Dog into the tree. Booney's incredibly low here. Does still manage to stay alive somehow. Flawless again is on the back line. And yeah, with a lot of ults used, really the only thing left here is Teddy M's Molten Core. Could opt to just use it on the card and try to just prevent the touch. Teddy M finds Goku, which is an incredibly good pick early. Etc. does get taken down by Centurion, and with no res here anymore, they can't really bring him back. Molten Core gets a lot of value there. Does take down Booney and does make it difficult to touch here. Lord does fall really low, but so does Teddy M. Teddy M uses the overload to get the extra health. Lamp is used from Corey. Corey is really close to this window, but does get taken down. The Shatter does come out to get Centurion here. Meanwhile, Lore finds Teddy M. Flawless does get another onto Centurion. And Goku gets taken down by the turret, and with that, it looks like the Gators are able to stabilize here. So, again, that's a really rough one to play into the Gators with etc. on this Widowmaker. I think the swaps came in that were good, but they came in a little bit too late. I think the Winston swap was very good, but I think they were staying on the Baptiste. I don't know if it was for window, but in my opinion, I think they stayed on it a little bit too long. I would have really liked to see them either like pocket Lure on the Sojourn or opt to go like a Ana and just kind of play for Nano. But yeah, it's gonna be really rough, especially the fact that they still have to full hold here. It is doable, but it's not looking great. Especially now that the Glasgow Gators have identified they just have to win one fight here. They might just opt to play really slow, play for these like the ults that take a while to build but are really impactful. They are running a really similar thing here. They do have Teddy M on the Sojourn instead of the Torb. Torb is really good on this first point. You can just kind of set your turret around on the high grounds, and it's really difficult to kind of like get space onto it. So the Sojourn swap off of the Torb does make a lot of sense here. Again, we see something really similar to what I was saying, is they have Goku on the Brig, which makes a lot of sense, especially if they're expecting a dive. And then you have Corey on this Ana. Playing for Nano could be really big here. The Bastion is really interesting here. I could see it working, especially if they're just using it for shield break on a Flawless. Booney on the ball does make a lot of sense here. He does go in, hits the slam, and just gets out. A lot of pressure, and then also etc. might opt to swap back to the Sombra like he played back one. Slam onto the backline. They both fall really low, and again, Booney has to get out. Booney is on a Raz, does get slept and naded. Like he's gonna get taken down here? No, he does manage to get out. Lore does find etc. and Flawless is deep in. Teddy M finds Lore, life grip at 39 HP on a Flawless. It's still pretty even here, but the spawns are much in favor of the Gators. Booney is still looking for something onto this backline here. He is putting a lot of pressure onto them, even if he's not finding the kills. The sleep does miss onto Booney, so Booney is still able to get out. The pedal platform does come out to get Flawless onto the high ground. So Flawless is in the back line. But again, not able to push here into the Bastion. Sint does get knocked onto the low ground, so Flawless is able to still get the space here. His shield is really low and he does get naded. The sleep misses, etc. finds Lurer. Etc. is looking for Corey here on this flank here. Corey does get etc. really low. Corey is getting pressured here. Flawless might get taken. Flawless does get taken down by Booney, even with the tree used from Riddle Dog. Sint also finds Teddy M. So it looks like the unless etc. has a heroics on this Widowmaker here, it does look like the new Guinea are going to be able to stabilize. Lore is coming back. Lore does find etc. Flawless does jump onto this Winston here, which does make a lot of sense to just kind of pressure out Lure. But again, with the prediction from Goofy that they were going to run this dive, the Brig likely will get quite a bit of value onto this Winston here. At least to just kind of disperse him on the jumps in. Lure does get jumped, but does have his grapple to get away. Both nanos are built here. The bigger one might be the fight winner here. Again, Booney goes in again. He's just looking for kind of to put pressure, and he's not really looking to get kills or do damage. He's just looking to put pressure and just kind of get space. Real Dog falls really low. Teddy M does find Lure. That might be the opening that the Guinea Pigs needed. Etc. falls really low. Nano onto Flawless. The Nano onto Centurion to answer that. Rally is used from Goku, and then Lure uses the sights here. Corey does fall really low. Does get naded and does get the Mega. Teddy M and Raz both find a kill. Also, Flawless gets Corey there. The mines on the Booney might not be enough. It's terrifying Lure, so Booney is the last one alive for his team and is not able to hard carry there in a 1v5. But yeah, it looks like that's pretty much going to be it. I don't know if they are swapping to kind of go dive, but I don't know if they can really do anything. The Primal is used from Flawless after he gets low. They are trying to burn him. Lure does get naded, does get out though. Booney is actually is already back on the ball. They are still trying to make a fight happen. They do find a Razzmatazz, which is a really big pick coming out from Corey. Flawless does get taken incredibly low. Sint finds Riddle Dog, and Flawless gets taken down there. Somehow the Guinea Pigs managed to clutch that up. I was starting to wonder if they were going to touch, and they all make these really fast swaps and still manage to have a really good comp out of it. This is a throwback to the 3-2-1 from about a season ago. Etc. does swap onto this Pharah, but Flawless is going to have the touch, but other than that, not a whole lot of tools coming out. Sint is already built this Pulse Bomb here. Does look for the Pulse Bomb, does miss it onto Flawless. The touch is there, so the fight is able to keep going. Tree is used from Riddle Dog. Corey is really close to this Nano. Also, Booney is really close to these mines. Either of those can be really impactful here. Flawless does fall really low, but Booney gets naded and is incredibly low, so he can't really go in on this. Corey will likely form the last of the Nano and does use it on the Booney. Booney gets the slam in. Quite a bit of damage here, and the mines are built, so Booney might just mines up lane here to try to prevent them from touching. Flawless does find Corey, and Teddy M finds Lure. This overclock you use gets Booney down, and then also Flawless should be able to clean this up. Teddy M also has the Nano, and after a really clutch fight from the Guinea Pigs, and even more clutch fight coming out from the Glasgow Gators. Yeah, etc. on the defense especially, etc. on that Widowmaker, really impactful. So, even though everyone on the Glasgow Gators played really well, I have to pick a match MVP, and there are so many players I could give it to. Flawless getting a ton of value on tank. Teddy M getting some clutch plays there. Etc. on that Widowmaker, especially last point, got quite a bit of value. But if I were to give it to one player, I'd give it to the player that just got traded and beat as a former team. I'd give it to Riddle Dog. So I'm going to try to bring him in and do an interview with him real quick. There he is.
Hello.
Hello, Riddle. So first off,
Hello.
I gotta ask you, how does it feel to take down your former team?
It feels good, you know. I'm happy that we were able to beat him. I'm very sad that Fruitles wasn't able to show up
Yeah.
right now because he's at a concert.
Well,
But
good news for you.
it just started, so he was able to watch the whole thing, luckily.
Awesome. I was gonna say good news for you. He's in chat right now.
Oh.
So, well, he was in chat earlier. I don't know if he still is, but
Yeah.
I'm sure Fruitles appreciates you bringing home the dub in his memory. So also going against this team, they've been kind of struggling. Did you guys do any prep work in order to prepare for this team, or did you just straight?
I mean, we knew they're gonna run rush a lot of the time.
Yeah.
That's more the comfort. I mean, it helps because I was on the team for many weeks as well, so I know what they're looking to do. Map 1 was a lot closer than I thought. I think at least I went into it more confident than I should have been.
Yeah.
So we struggled a little bit there. You saw me in the life read for them, like, okay, wait, I need to like try to keep going with the map, but I'm glad we're able to just barely clutch it out on New Junk City and then roll the other 2 maps.
Also, I'm gonna check real quick. So your bowl match is not official yet. Let's see. It would be you'd be playing right now. You're at the 9th seed. You could move ahead of the Jedi. Right now you're below them. Is there any team right now that you want to play in your bowl game? Like some of the teams around you, the Noopy, the Jedi, the Pea Shooters, the Ewoks, I guess, could also come up there too.
I mean, Noopy Jedi.
Pea Shooters.
I mean, I think myself, I would prefer the Ewoks or Noopy because me and Fruitles have not played either of those teams.
Oh,
when we got traded, it was before we faced those 2 teams, and then when we got traded to the Gators, it was after they played those 2 teams. And my roommate is a player for the Ewoks, and I feel like it'd be fun to play against him as well as the Noopy because
I forgot he was on the team. Fish. I was like who was not on?
Yeah. He's not able to show tomorrow, unluckily.
Yeah. But yeah, I think that would be a pretty good matchup, a pretty fun one. Another question for you. You guys rotate your support line a lot. Is there like a specific thing you rotate it for? Like if you run you and Flip Flop, are you expecting to play more double flex, or if you run you and Raz, are you expecting to play? Or you just kind of
I'm not sure. It's mainly just Flawless doing what he would like to do. I know before it was Flip Flop had full playtime, and then I'd sub in with Raz, and then it was where we all subbed in, so we all played like 2 of the 3 maps, and at least this match I got full playtime, which I appreciate from Flawless. But
you gotta. It's the Riddle Bowl.
It might be, yeah, it might be because it's the team I was just on, or another reason, but I'm not exactly sure. And when we just go on it, we just play whatever. Like Flip Flop, she just didn't want to play Lucy or Bap today.
Yeah.
So she just played Alari, which she just wanted to. So it's like whatever we really want. And I like Baptiste, and I can do a lot on him as well as Weaver, so I just played those.
I'm trying to think if I have any other questions for you. I don't think so. So I'll just give you El Clasico. If you were not match MVP, who on your team, or I guess you can give it to someone on the Guinea Pigs too, but who would you give it to as match MVP?
I know Elliot popped off today. He was hitting a lot of shots on the Widowmaker. He honestly, everyone on the team played super well, as well with the communication and everything. It was on point today.
Yeah, but I was having a hard time deciding who to give it to. So
yeah, I feel like giving it to Raz.
Really?
It was fun playing with on support. The old season 3 of Overwatch backline from the BBQs, and I mean, I think she performed really well, and she's feeling a little sick as well. So with I believe it was first it was it Anna, and then Moira, I think. It was Anna. Yeah, it was Anna, then Moira, and then she played Anna on Root. So I mean, and she did really well. I didn't need to use pull a lot of times as well, which I have to do on support players in quick play and comp. I didn't have to use it a lot on her at all. It was mainly just so she would be able to escape someone, because Anna can't do that.
I noticed you're using it a lot on
I think she played really well. The whole plan, Flawless' whole plan is I'm going to charge in and then you pull me.
Yep. And it worked.
And I'm
it worked really well.
It worked. I mean, he played it well in scrims. What happened before is that he charged in, and then he goes around a corner, so I can't see him and I can't pull him. But that happened once or twice before. But he's gotten a lot better with it, and I mean it worked quite well with the high ground of Root. Yeah.
I feel like your support line is just so stacked. I think it's really rough that you guys have to share playtime, because I feel like all three of you would be the permanent starter on like any other team, but
yeah, that's how it be sometimes.
Yeah, it
but
happens.
It's all right. We're having a good time.
Yeah. Yeah, other than that, I think that's pretty much it. Congrats on the win. Hopefully you guys can get a banger bowl game. I'm really excited for those.
Yeah, I mean our next game is against the Sith, so
yes. I have not checked the score for the other match that's going on right now in Aurora Overwatch 2. Other than that, the next match that will likely be casted is let's see. Wednesday, tomorrow actually. Oh, it's the Tardigrades versus the Ewoks.
Yeah, 2-1 Hedgehogs up over Pea Shooters going into
spicy.
Antarctica. So
but yeah, other than that, thanks for watching. We'll try to get that one on Wednesday prodded. So we'll see you